This is 6 Minutes, the seriously international daily newscast. It's Tuesday, May the 20th. I'm Anne-Sophie Goninet.
And I'm Emma Albright. The day is coming to an end in Honolulu while people are waking up in Santiago. Here, in the Worldcrunch newsroom in Paris, it's just after midday. These are the latest headlines. Trump says Russia-Ukraine agreed to immediate ceasefire talks. Former President Bolsonaro's coup trial opens in Brazil, and our daily quiz question comes from a cemetery in Paris. Our top story today is Israel's renewed attacks on Gaza overnight and into Tuesday, which hit a family home and a school-turned-shelter and killed at least 60 people. The attacks came as the UK, France, and Canada warned Israel to stop its renewed military offensive in Gaza and increase the flow of aid. On Monday, Israel ended its 11-week blockade on aid, allowing 5 aid trucks to enter Gaza. A move UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher welcomed, but said was, quote, a drop in the ocean of what is urgently needed. U.S. President Donald Trump says that Russia and Ukraine have agreed to immediate ceasefire talks. The Kremlin, however, has offered no time frame for the talks and said the process would take time. This came after a call on Monday between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump also indicated he was not ready to join Europe with fresh sanctions to pressure Moscow. In Brazil, the trial of former President Jair Bolsonaro has opened in the country's Supreme Court. Bolsonaro is charged with plotting a coup d'etat and leading a criminal organization to overturn the result of the 2022 election, in which he was defeated by current President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. More than 80 witnesses are expected to testify via video conference over the coming 2 weeks. Spain has ordered Airbnb to withdraw more than 65,000 listings for holiday rentals. This is due to the fact they violated existing rules from its platform as part of a general crackdown on a business blamed for contributing to the housing crisis in the country. Our More Than a Minute feature today puts the spotlight on the Canadian province of Alberta, which is currently experiencing a surge in separatist sentiment. There are even rumors of a potential special alliance with Donald Trump's United States. Anne-Sophie, can you tell us more about what's fueling this discontent in this vast western province?
Ever since oil was discovered in Alberta in 1948, many residents have resented the Canadian federal government for holding on to too big a chunk of natural resource revenues. In 2022, the province contributed $14.2 billion more to federal revenues than it received back in federal spending. Now, an organization called the Alberta Prosperity Project is busy gathering signatures to request that the provincial government hold a referendum on seceding from Canada. And Alberta's Premier Danielle Smith is not closing down the idea of separation. Worldcrunch contributor Ranjani Ayir-Mohanty says that Smith is taking the kind of ambiguous stance that David Cameron took ahead of the Brexit vote when he was the UK's Prime Minister. Maybe Smith sees this as a negotiation tactic to get a more equitable deal from the federal government. But as Mohanty writes, the timing when Canada is under potential threat of annexation from the US is distasteful, to say the least.
Could Alberta's premier have a different idea in mind other than secession?
Well, since Donald Trump came into office 4 months ago, Danielle Smith has made at least 2 trips to the US. Not only to meet with the president, but also with the heads of several far-right groups. Mohanty wonders if this means that Smith is setting the foundation for a special alliance with the US, an alliance that may change the soul of Alberta in unpredictable ways. Could the province separate from the rest of Canada, or even become part of the US? Mohanty, who has lived most of her life in Alberta, finds it difficult to imagine either. She prefers to believe in the words of Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney. We are stronger together.
We're closing things out today with our daily quiz question, which comes from a famous French cemetery. An item that was stolen from Paris's iconic Père Lachaise cemetery back in 1988 was just found by the police during an unrelated investigation. What is it? A. Oscar Wilde's headstone. B. A bust of Jim Morrison. C. A miniature bronze of Chopin's piano. D. Edith Piaf's marble portrait. The answer is B. The bust that once sat on top of Jim Morrison's grave in Paris has been found by accident during a search linked to a case of fraud. It remains to be determined whether the sculpture of the Doors frontman will be returned to Père Lachaise Cemetery.
That's the latest from around the world. If you like this podcast, we'd really appreciate it if you could help us out with a follow, share, and a 5-star rating on your preferred podcasting platform. For more of the best of the international press delivered exclusively in English, visit us at worldcrunch.com. We'll see you here tomorrow. À demain!